Today, we're making salt-crusted leg of lamb, a dish that looks extremely badass, but is extremely easy to make. First, we need to prep the salt. We have about 2.6 kilos of lamb, and to make the salt crust, today we'll use some egg whites. You really don't have to, by the way. I've done both versions, with just water and with egg whites. They taste exactly the same, but with egg white, the crust just looks so much nicer. So if you have the time, do it. If not, just use water. Now, we're gonna separate some whites from the yolk. You can do it like very chefy, or you can use my way, which literally passes through my fingers. I'll also show you the better looking way, so you don't have to do that in front of your friends. But secretly, let's face it, my way is so much easier. Use cheap eggs. All right, now we want to whisk until we get a soft top. By the way, between leg of lamb and shoulder of lamb, I always think shoulder is the braising joint that you should cook low and slow. And leg, because it's lean, I prefer it pink. I'm gonna call that a soft top. Yeah, I'm tired. So, to 2.6 kilos of lamb, we have about 1.3 kilos of salt, so about 50% of the weight. And you just add the salt. And you fold it in. Now, you grab your roasting tray and parchment paper. About 4 layers. Now, you want to form the bed. Let's start with that. And you basically make the shape of the leg. You don't have to worry about the bottom too much because it's not like steam's gonna escape from the bottom. Leg on top. In the most ideal world, of course, you want to brown the leg, but only if you have a pan that's the size of the leg. If not, I really wouldn't bother. Because if you were to brown the leg in the oven, you have to give it time to cool. It becomes way too much work for what it's supposed to be an easy dish. There's literally no secret to it. You cover the lamb. If it gets too dry, you can add a bit of water or egg white. And the lamb's gonna cook anyway. It's not like if you had a whole, the lamb would be raw. So honestly, it's a dish that you should enjoy. All right, the salt crust is as covered as could be. So now, this goes into a preheated oven at 180 fan for an hour. After that, we want this to rest for half an hour, and then we'll carve. I'll see you then. Now, after an hour in the oven and a 30-minute rest, we have this beauty. And for the presentation, we have some cognac here. You can use anything that's about 40% alcohol. You pour to the top. You light this baby up. Let's open it. As you can see, because of the contraction of the meat, it already created some cracks, and that's completely fine, by the way. You want to cut all around it. I like to keep the top as the lid after carving to keep it warm, if that's possible, of course. But I wouldn't stress about it. Now, all you have to do is to take the whole top off, but keep it. Here, we have perfectly cooked lamb. As you can see, you don't even need to French it because the shrinkage would give you this perfect handle. And, of course, I like the fat side. So this is how I would carve it. The fat is perfectly cooked. And of course, with leg of lamb, the closer you get to the middle, the more pink it is. So you have a gradient of choices for your guests. If they like it more well done, give them the outer part. Oh, you can see how juicy this beautiful thing is. Perfect. The beauty of this dish is you can put it straight back and you put the lid back on as if nothing happened. And this would keep it warm before the next serving. And remember, because this is lamb, use a hot plate. For me, there's no need for any dressing. The salt has done its magic. Maybe a sprig of rosemary for garnish. And there you have it. This is salt-crusted leg of lamb. I hope you enjoy.